Hello, it's Shelley F Knight, bringing you Positive Changes, a Self-Kick podcast. So today we are meeting with the lovely Alex Grzybek. Alex is a confidence and life coach and host of her own podcast, Confidence Rockstar. Alex has gone from hitting rock bottom in terms of her confidence levels to creating positive change. And now she helps women improve their own confidence and belief in themselves so that they're ready to take on their dreams. So welcome to Alex.
Thank you, Shelley. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Bless you. So, as you know, I love all things to do with positive changes. So please do share one of your stories on how you've created positive change in your own life.
Oh, thank you for this question. Well, I don't know where to start. It's been a journey. Well, let me just say that my story is quite complex, I would say, because many things changed for me last year. So basically, before, I think that I was like very a happy person. Had ideal life, didn't have any traumatic experiences, nothing like that. And last year, actually, I was hit from many different angles, and my life was turned turned upside down. So let me just go back a little bit. When I became a mother 4.5 years ago, I was very active, I was very sporty, and when my little boy turned 7 months, I completed my first ever marathon and Tough Mudder obstacle race, which was very crazy to train alongside breastfeeding and enduring sleepless night, as you can imagine. But, that was probably one of the most difficult things I've done in my life to prepare for this. But when I was crossing that finish line in London Marathon, I was honestly crying with joy and appreciation for, because only I knew how difficult it was for me. And that kind of, although it was very difficult to train, I think it also helped me as a mother to not to lose myself, not to lose my mind in when I became mother. Because, don't get me wrong, I love my child to bits. However, sometimes 24/7 with him was a little bit too much. So I needed a little escape. And
absolutely.
Yes. So when I crossed that finish line and completed the Tough Mudder, I started my own business called Active Happy Mama, when I was inspiring women to also combine motherhood with healthy lifestyle. I was running with buggies, completing other marathons and races, and I still had my full-time job, and I was creating the business on the side. And then
wow.
So that was, I don't know how I've done it, but anyway, that's what it was. But then last year, I went through a lot of challenges because first I was unfairly dismissed from my job, in a way that I don't wish anybody to go through. It was basically in a way that, yesterday I was respected and loved by my employer, and today I was dismissed in a way like, you are getting out of here now, we'll take a taxi to take you home. I'm like,
wow.
Okay, whatever. Even though I knew that I didn't do anything wrong and it's been over a year ago, it's still kind of, I don't wish anybody to go through this experience because it was horrible. And then quickly after that, I found a new job and I thought that it was a dream come true, but it wasn't. This job was completely not my cup of tea. It knocked down my confidence to the level that I didn't want to wake up in the morning, honestly. And I felt that I don't want to be in this job. I didn't want to be there. I want to focus on my business. And, but I was like, oh my God, come on, the business is not making money. I need to pay the bills, living in London, And I stayed in this freaking job, not long, but, for a few months. And one day, shortly after Christmas, they told me in the morning that, our cooperation is not working. So basically, you're out of here. So within like 6 months, I was kind of dismissed twice, which I've never
Oh.
in my whole life. I was always respected and great in my work and everything. But when they dismissed me like in the morning, and I was pregnant at that time, and on the same afternoon I went through a miscarriage. And for me, that was it. That was like the most devastating news for me,
Yeah,
because we've been
absolutely.
trying for this second baby for like over a year, and I was like 10th week pregnant, so it was not like the 4th weeks or something. So we've already said to our family and to our friends over Christmas that we are expecting the new one. And that was like, I needed to stop. And I needed to change everything. And within 5 weeks, we packed our life in London and went to Poland, to our home country, for me to heal. And at that time, I started creating like positive changes really in my life. I started to really looking after myself, listening to my body and my intuition. I was blaming myself very much for staying in a job that I didn't like, and that it was my fault because I was so stressed out that maybe because of that I went through the miscarriage. Like all the things that woman has like in her head. So
Yeah, we are our own worst critic at times, aren't we?
exactly. So that was the time when I took a step back. I decided, okay, I'm not doing any business now. I'm not going to work right now. I just need to have the time for myself. And I started really looking after myself, listening to myself, started meditating, doing all the visualizations, reading, having time for myself to rediscover myself, really to get to know myself and to start loving myself again. Because at that time, when everything happened, I felt like that I was not good employee. My business was not making money. I was like dismissed twice in within like 6 months time. I was a bad mother and bad woman because I went through the miscarriage, and it was just crazy. So well, it didn't stop there. I had many other traumatic experiences later, but let's just not talk about it here. You asked me about the positive changes, and actually for me, I started like doing all these changes when I really went through a very difficult time in my life.
Alex, I actually got goosebumps when you were talking. I mean, just wow. I think if we got whacked by one of those, like, the unfair dismissal, but then to have another unfair dismissal, the miscarriage, when you've told people, and then bless you, you end up in this place of self-blame. But you have really done a great positive change. You've gone from like, I don't know, self-blame to self-claim. And I absolutely love that. I'm sure like all our listeners are just going to be absolutely rooting for you. You've done amazingly well. So thank you so much for sharing. You say that you turn to things like meditation. Is there things that you do on a daily basis to stay positive and confident? Do you have a daily practice?
Yes, I do. I do this because, as I said, like my crazy challenges last year didn't stop there, and I know how much meditation helps me. So, in the morning, basically, when my alarm goes off, I put my headphones in and I do meditation for like 10-15 minutes. I really like Deepak Chopra and Oprah meditations, so I do that, or some other meditations from YouTube or online meditations that I listen to set me up for the positive day. So this is like kind of first thing. And the second thing, I do affirmations, and I do different affirmations. I do abundance and money affirmations. I do I am affirmations, like how great and wonderful I am. So I do affirmations, so meditation and affirmations to start the day with. Yeah.
So that's fabulous. That's how you help yourself. And I so need that. I start my day with yoga and I draw a daily card and then I do meditation at the end of each day. And if I don't, I do feel like my mood dip or I lose clarity. So I totally get that beautiful practice you have. But how do you help other people increase their confidence? What tools do you use with them?
Thank you for this question. When I work with people, I have different people coming to me, and they are, how to say it, at a different level with their confidence or a lack of confidence. So first of all, I'm trying to see where they are and what happened in their life, why they feel so low, why they don't believe in themselves at all, whether it's been always this way or whether something happened in their life that made them feel this way. So we need to first figure out where we are, and then starting from there, we are working on improving it. So first things like I do with people, I ask them to make the list of things that they feel proud of in their life, and I ask them to make like 30 things, write down 30 things that they feel proud of in their life.
30.
Yes, 30. And I tell them you don't
Wow.
stop until you write 30. And everybody's like, wow, well, come on, less, whatever. But I do it for a reason. I do it for a reason because many people, they have much more than 30 things to feel proud of in their lives, but they don't focus on it. They focus on their failures, and they focus on the things that they didn't do in the right way. Well, I don't believe in failures. I think that it's always the lesson we can learn, and everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah.
when you start writing it down, the first one will be difficult, then maybe five will be kind of okay, but then you are stuck. But when you start focusing on it, your energy changes. You start bringing up your memories, and more things will come to your head. And when you are in this zone of genius, like, of yourself, like thinking what amazing things you've done in your life, what you can be proud of, you are changing the vibration in your body, you are changing the energy around you, and you are in a completely different space. And then I tell them you need to read it at least like once a day out loud to yourself, because what I want to do is to change their focus from what is not working and what is wrong with them, why they cannot love themselves, into how I can love myself, how I can accept myself and appreciate myself. So very much when I work with my clients, we are changing the focus, we are changing the language we are using on a daily basis. There is many things that you said about affirmations, visualizations, meditations. I want them to truly accept and love themselves first, because this is where everything starts. And from there we can start improving their confidence. I know this myself. I always thought that I was confident person, but when I went through all these things, trust me, I went really, really, really down with my confidence, and I didn't believe in anything that I've accomplished, anything in my life. So it took me a while and daily practices to bring myself up. And I believe that if I could do this myself, then anybody can do. And that's why I'm helping people do the same.
See, I love that. And I know that I've been guilty in the past where we just forget how far we've come in life, how much we've achieved, how many people we've helped. So I think it's beautiful. When you first said 30, it's like 30? But my brain's been ticking, so I'm going to do that later. Try and write 30 things I've achieved. I think, well, 4 are going to be children. I've made children, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
So that's 26 to go.
And it's also like one more thing that I would like to add to that, because when I have people that I work with and they kind of make this list of like 30 things and they kind of feel great and proud, but then the little voice kicks in and they are like, well, come on, what's the big deal? Okay, I graduated from university, so as many other people did. Okay, I am happily married, so as many other people are. And many times I had like people saying me this, that they felt great after making the list, but then it's like, well, come on, what's the big deal about it? Yeah, it's nothing special. Well, it's again changing the focus. It is special. You graduated from the university. Okay, maybe other people did, but how many people didn't?
Yeah.
Yes, you are happily married, so as other people, but how many people are not? And they would do anything in order to be in your place. Yeah, so this is like, where the focus goes, energy flows. So we can either focus on how great we are, or how, I don't know, unlucky or miserable, whatever we are. But ask yourself a question: what is helping you? What is serving you? Focusing on the things that you've accomplished and you feel great and you are ready to create more of the great things in your life, or you feel better when you actually go to the victim mode and feel sorry for yourself? Is that helping you or anybody else? So it's very important.
Yeah, I love that. I can see the real value on like many layers actually, because I just believe we get really complacent in life. We become so focused on what we want and we don't look at what we've actually got. And so I think it's really valuable because it's good because it's got you like how far you've come. It shows you what you've got. And, often we don't know what we've got in life until we lose it. So I think it's a really valuable tool. I really do.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's a great tool. Do you have like a go-to number one self-kick tip that you use as well? Another one?
You know what? It may sound crazy, but I became I decided to become the best friend with universe. Yeah, so people can believe in universe, angels, God, you name it, and. I decided that I would like to believe that everything happens for a reason. And even though I went through many like crazy things later, like last year, I was diagnosed with the kind of condition with my hip that took me out of sports for months, and I still cannot do my sport. And remember, I was a marathoner, yeah, and I was
Yeah.
walking with crutches, so it was also devastating news for me, and I couldn't continue with my business. And then many things kind of happened, and I already done this work on myself to lift myself up, and then another kind of thing coming to me, and I was like, okay, let's just stop, and everything happens for a reason. Maybe I don't understand it now, but maybe I will understand it later, or maybe I will never understand it, but somebody up there has a plan for me, and I can either fight it and be angry about it, or I can just accept it and adjust and go with the flow, learn from it, and do something. Maybe this is a lesson. So I believe that trusting that everything will be all right and everything happens for a reason helped me massively and helps me all the time. And the second thing also I do on a daily basis is that um, I believe that our number one priority in life is to feel good. Because when we feel good, we emit again different vibration, different energy, and we attract more of the good things into our life. And many times when we are stressed, angry, I don't know, sad, we wonder why things don't work out. Well, because we are in a wrong kind of space. Yes, we attract
Yeah.
things that are negative. And oftentimes when we just close our eyes and put a hand on our heart and ask, what should I do? The intuition, like your heart will tell you. And sometimes it may be completely illogical. I remember when I asked it like back in September or October last year, and the answer was like, go for a swim. I was like, well, what do you mean go for a swim? I have so much to do. I was so stressed out. I was so busy. I was like, how can I go for a swim? But I was like, okay, whatever, let's go for a swim. So I went for this swim. It was amazing. I felt great. I switched off completely. And, at that time I had some kind of, not money challenges, but yeah, it was a little bit of the money challenges. So, working with clients. And, honestly, when I was at that swimming pool, I started getting requests from people to work with me. At that month when I was going for the swim regularly, I doubled my monthly income within like 3 months in my new business. And I was like, oh my God, because I went for swim. I know it sounds crazy, but that was not a swim. It was for me to feel good. And when I felt good, when I believed that everything would happen in the right time, it created different energy around me, and I attracted the things that I needed to do. So really feel good, because you will attract what you want to your life.
See, I love that. There might be people out there thinking like, what on earth? But I honestly believe that the universe has got your back. And I totally think that everything is energy, whether it's money, attraction, manifestation, all those things. So I absolutely love that. That's my kind of world, Alex, I tell you.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to say that this is your word as well. Yes, so this is what you do.
Yeah, I mean, sitting here now, and this is the house we manifested. Took about 7 years, but it is just keeping that positive mindset, the visualizations, the affirmations, showing the universe that you're ready. Act as if it's already happened. That's what I work with quite a lot. So I want to manifest it. I try and, what's the word? Like, say I want to win the lottery. This is not what I want to manifest, but I try and act as if it's already happened. So my energy is already in that future vision.
Exactly. Yes.
The universe has your back. That's what I believe.
So true.
I think we're so similar, and I love your messages about positive change. Is there any other message about the importance of positive change you can share?
I think that we are like the creators of our life, and there are like so many people in the world, and I don't know why it's this way, whether we are programmed this way from early childhood, that people are like in a kind of blaming, complaining zone, and in a victim mode, and they don't believe that they can do, have, and do and have everything they want to. But actually I believe, and when I work with my clients, we work on that, and I know that you believe in that as well, that we are the creators of our world. Dreams don't come true. I believe that we make our dreams come true. So if you have a desire in your heart, if you want to do something, whether it's your professional life, personal life, anything you want, you have the power to create it. And I believe that if it was not meant for you, it wouldn't be your desire in the first place. Yes, some people, for instance, would like to be astronauts. I don't. So it never crossed my mind to be an astronaut. That's why I'm not doing anything about it. But some people do. Yes, I wanted, let's say, to have my own podcast, and even though I didn't know how to do it like just a few weeks ago, I decided to go for it. And, many things we can create in our life, but by taking action, but like first believing in ourselves that we can. And I believe that everybody on this planet has the power to create the life they want to. It's only up to us how we use this time on earth, and how what we create in our life, and whether that makes us happy or not. If it doesn't, change it. You can change it. We are fortunate enough to be living in a free countries. It's not like the war zone. So we are so blessed and so lucky to be living in the countries where we are. So let's just take the most of it. We can do anything. We can create any positive changes we want to. Let's just take responsibility for our own life, because we really can.
Alex, I know you don't want to be an astronaut, but I think you're amazing and absolutely out of this world. I'm just listening to you thinking, oh, I love this woman. So I think you should be an astronaut, because I honestly think you're out of this world. Girl after my own heart.
Thank you.
So you're so full of positivity. I just want to squish you, which is a very lovely term. Just want to squish you. Do you have a positive affirmation, like one you use every day, or do they vary? I know you said you use quite a lot, but is there a go-to one that you use, a positive affirmation?
Yes, like recent, because I'm doing like different ones, but I think that the go-to when I'm stressed out, or things are not working the way I want them to, then it's like I'm calm, patient, and loving. So I am calm, patient, and loving. So, I repeat it like to myself when sometimes my son drives me crazy, or, when he is choosing, let's say, his set of clothes when I've already chosen the other one for him, or whatever. I'm like, okay, let's just be loving. I'm loving. I'm patient. I'm calm. And no, it's like, it's a little bit of a joke, but at the same time, it's not. As you know, you're a mom as well, so you know what I'm talking about. But
Yes.
I'm, because like you are saying that I'm very like positive, and I'm very like, I'm also like extrovert. I'm full of energy. So sometimes I need to bring myself into like this calmness, and like, bring calm, be calm, be patient, and be loving, like, radiate with love towards everybody. So that's, I think, the one that I need. This is my the go-to when I'm, when I need to.
See, I think, it's really good, because I'm a bit spacey and I go a bit like, woo, this is so exciting. And I probably need to say, I am grounded, I am safe, because I've spent a lot of time in my head and then beyond, like back out into that universe, really. So yes, I think I probably need some of those. So Alex, it's been wonderful talking to you. And I'm sure people are going to want to connect, so they can find you on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. I'll put that in the show notes. And if NASA, if you want Alex to be an astronaut, because she really is out of this world, do get in contact via the show notes. Alex, it's been wonderful, just like yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure, and I love talking to you. I really love your show, and I think that your listeners, they have amazing host of the podcast. So yes, thank you so much for having me.
Bless you. Thank you so much. If you found this podcast interesting, please leave us a review on Apple Podcast Store or wherever you have listened to this episode. Don't forget to make sure that you've subscribed to the podcast so that you don't miss out on any future episodes. Until next week, keep creating those small positive changes. I've been Shelley F. Knight, and you've been amazing. Thank you for listening.